So you've had a fling, or you've had a special night with your boyfriend, and everything's great the next day. Everything's great the next week. But pretty soon, something seems off. Maybe you're a little late. You're thinking, I'm just dehydrated. Maybe I moved in with a bunch of girls somewhere. Things are just off. I've been really busy. I'm not paying attention. But a week goes by, 2 weeks go by. You're late. Something's not right. So you go get a pregnancy test, and bingo, you find out that you're pregnant. What do? Should you just rush out and get married to this person? No. Time out. Let's hit the pause button there and think about it for a second. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Alex Blasingame. This video is going to be for all of you ladies out there who may or may not find yourself pregnant in an unmarried situation, and kind of steps that you can take and a thought process you can go through to lead you along a path of deciding how to deal with it. Now let me tell you what this video is not about. It is not about abortion or dealing with unwanted pregnancies. It's about you and being pregnant and dealing with the marriage aspect of that. That's what this specific video is about. We have videos about pregnancy and unwanted pregnancies, and you can click on the card to go there if you want to talk about that in particular, but this particular recording, like I said, is just for the marriage aspect of it. Now let's take this statement. Don't just run out and get married if you get pregnant. That's kind of a powerful statement. It goes against a lot of what society wants you to do. Let me tell you personally, it goes against my own personal values. Society wants families to be together. Society wants you, when you get pregnant, to go and marry the guy that got you pregnant. Take it or leave it from there. Before we get started on that, do me a quick favor. Click that like button, push the subscribe button, and the notification bell. It'll let you know when I add a new video to my playlist, and it'll help me out too. I really appreciate it. Your movies that you watch, songs that you hear, your friends, your family, everything's going to tell you to go out and jump in and get married. Speaking from personal experience, I always had in my mind that I would marry anybody that I got pregnant, accidentally or not, because those are just my values. You have to decide what your values are. This was not a problem for me for two particular reasons. First of all, I have no game. I suck the game out of a room, and so me going and impregnating a lot of women was never really an issue because I'm just awful and awkward with women. Second, I am not a loser, and so the loser aspect here is what this recording is about. You need to make some choices here, and it kind of centers on the fact of whether this guy is or is not a loser. That's a big hinge point there. So basically you've got some choices to make, and for the purposes of this video, it boils down to, are you going to tell the guy that you're pregnant, and then that has a series of consequences, or are you not going to tell the guy that you're pregnant? So here's a reason why you might want to tell the guy you're pregnant. He's a stand-up guy. Better yet, he has prospects. He's in a good career field. He's moving on up. He could provide. He's going to be a good father. He's going to be a good mate. Hopefully you're already dating. That makes things even better. Maybe you're already deep in this playlist, thinking about getting married already, and along this marriage decision path that we're going through, and you just happen to be pregnant all of a sudden, and just things are great, and this fits with your plans. In which case, that's a very easy thing. Just go tell the guy that you're pregnant. This will also clue you into something about the guy, because if you go and tell him you're pregnant and he proposes to you after the initial shock wears off, then you could tell that this is a stand-up guy. This guy has some values. This guy has some moral leg to stand upon, and that's probably a good person to hitch yourself to, because they're going to pass that on to your kids, and they're going to be all the things that you want them to be. Or that's a good indicator. That's a positive indicator right there. On the other hand, there are conditions where you might not want to tell the person who got you pregnant. If you got knocked up with some drunken tryst by some dude at a party or in a bar, and it turns out that he lives in his truck, and he can't move because he got too many DUIs and he lost his license, and he can't fix that because he's too much of a drunk to hold down a job so he can fix all those things, I would probably not tell that guy that you got pregnant from him. That's not somebody that you would want to tie yourself to. So at this point, if you say, hey, I'm not going to tie myself to a sinking ship just because I happen to be pregnant, don't tell the guy and just move on from there. The point of this recording is you have to make a decision. You want to attach yourself to a person who is a balloon or a rocket who's going to soar up into the air. Don't tie yourself to a sinking ship that is going to drown you and lead you to a life of misery just because you happen to have made a poor decision for one moment. Now, don't just listen to me. Stop and think about it. Talk to those trusted people that we've spoken about in the past. Talk to your family. Talk to your friends. Consider how you might raise a child by yourself, or if these people will help you. If you're independently wealthy or you have the means to go alone, consider whether or not that might be better for you and better for the child versus marrying some loser because you had fun one night. You could decide that you want to go down a different road with this pregnancy and take different decisions that don't involve being pregnant any longer. This recording is not about that. So we're going to have that discussion we've had it in separate recordings, and you can go there. Once again, this is just about you deciding whether or not you want this pregnancy to lead into a marriage or not, and you needing to make a choice, your choice that you make for your reasons that will probably define the rest of your life. Let me know how this works out for you. Let me know, hopefully you've made some good decisions here. Hopefully you are with a great person and you will move forward with them, be successful and be married and have more babies, and life will just be wonderful, Andy Griffith Show. And if not, if it was some loser, then hopefully you don't shackle yourself to, some idiot somewhere. I really hope you don't. Try to sit down and make a decision that is going to lead to your happiness and the best thing for you. Let me know. Leave me a comment. Find me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Visit my website, alexblassinggame.com. Thanks for listening. There'll be more. What do I usually say? One of those will be marginally acceptable. Now I like this next part. What is the rest of the thing I say? I'm trying to think about that podcast thing,
Yeah.
Okay, boom. Hang a star on that one.